What is up, everybody? Today is Monday. It is October 22nd. The time on the clock is 11:08 a.m. Of course, that is Pacific Standard Time on the West Coast, the best coast. Well, there's actually multiple lead stories of the day. How awesome is that? But one of the big stories is right here. It says, go to the next level of Windows mixed reality with the Samsung Odyssey. And let's see here. If you go over here, so this is on Microsoft.com. You know, this is the Microsoft store. They currently have a sale. Now, this is the regular Samsung Odyssey. It is currently on sale for $350. I think we've seen this price a number of times where it's down to $350, but this is not the new version. Let's see here. I was looking for, maybe this is it right here. Yeah, so on the Windows blog, this is dated today, October 22nd. This was at 6 o'clock a.m. in the morning. Go to the next level of Windows mixed reality with the Samsung HMD Odyssey Plus. And we've heard about the Odyssey Plus a number of times. And, you know, it talks about the anti-SDE display innovation. It talks about how it has an improved ergonomic design. It weighs only 1.3 pounds. It has a wider eye box to help match your facial features. It has some breathable anti-fog material of the face padding, ensures the inside of the eye box doesn't mist up. And so it's got all this stuff. Now, if you go down here, it says the Samsung HMD Odyssey Plus will be available in the US starting October 22nd at the Microsoft Store and Samsung.com, and will soon be available in other regions, including Korea, China, Hong Kong, and Brazil. And it will also be showcased at Unite Los Angeles at the Microsoft booth. That is October 23rd through the 25th. Now, the thing is, I've done some searches. I've bounced around. I'm trying to find this Odyssey Plus. Like, can you buy this right now? And all the searches that I did on like the Samsung. So here's Samsung. Like, you can go to their website because it said it was available on their website, right, at Samsung.com. And this just says HMD Odyssey. It doesn't say Plus. It says $499. It doesn't talk about any of the special features. It doesn't talk about this anti-screen door stuff. So I'm not sure that this is the Odyssey Plus. I couldn't find anything else on their website as far as this goes. So I don't know. You know, where do we get this thing right now? Because it said it was available October 2nd. You can go, let's see, no, that's the blog there. That's the Samsung website. So you go here to the Microsoft Store, and like I said, I found this one for $350, but this is not the Samsung Odyssey Plus. So supposedly it's available out there. Supposedly the Samsung Odyssey Plus is available. It is still not coming to Europe, and a lot of people were very disappointed. Apparently there is still no European support at this point in time, so not sure what's going on. Gerardo Harris says, yeah, it's $500. Kevin Mars says, well, what about the display specs? As far as I'm understanding, the display specs are basically identical. It's basically identical. What you're getting a couple of minor improvements. Let me see if I can find the one where it's the blog here. There are a number of minor improvements. I mean, the single biggest improvement really is what they're talking about. Let me switch over to this one here. What they're talking about down here. This is the Samsung anti-SDE AMOLED display solves SDE. Again, I can't talk. Let's talk. Let's talk good. Okay. Samsung anti-SDE AMOLED. I can't say AMOLED display solves screen door effect by applying a grid that diffuses light coming from each pixel and replicating the picture to areas around each pixel. This makes the spaces between pixels nearly impossible to see. In result, your eyes perceive the diffuse light as part of the visual context with a perceived PPI of 1,233 PPI, double that of the already high 616 PPI of the previous generation Samsung HMD Odyssey. Have you guys seen this? So this kind of reminds me of Unseen Diplomacy. So this guy made this room scale game that is operating in a relatively small space. It's a relatively small room scale space. So Gary of VR Roundtable fame, Gary could probably do this in his room. And what it does is you're kind of walking around in a certain corner, you're looking at this, and then you turn back around and it's created this new other room that kind of wraps around. And that's what they're doing here. I'm going to go ahead and switch this to full screen game trailer. Let's listen to it for a second. I don't know if there's much going on here, or actually, oh, there isn't any audio at all. Okay, so there's no audio on this, but this is a full screen version where it's kind of showing you how it's tricking your perspective. You turn around, you're looking at another corner of the room, and then it wraps and gives you like a new corner of the room. So it's kind of like a room within a room that keeps creating a room within a room. It's a really interesting concept, really interesting idea. And it's a way that maybe we can trick ourselves into imagining we're in a much larger space than we truly are. So I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if this really works very well. And it could be this guy is at the very beginning of this. But yeah, if you go to the HTC Vive subreddit, the thread where they're talking about this, Baggy G in the UK says, I loved the non-Euclidean stuff from Unseen Diplomacy. This looks really effective. Looking forward to more information. Yes, non-Euclidean Unseen Diplomacy. Quite yes. And this guy's saying, I'm down. Dose, then play, and lose my mind. Seriously, that is awesome, though. I love reality-bending VR applications like this. Also love the fact you put a bong by that chair. Okay, I didn't even notice that. I didn't know we were going down that road. And then this one guy says, my head hurts. Like, I don't understand this. My head hurts. So yeah, very cool. What kind of game will it be? Wave shooter. That's funny. They're just joking there. That's somebody commenting on it. I did play this, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit yesterday. I did play a little bit of War Dust yesterday. And so I want to talk about my experience, but I got to be honest. I got to be honest and say that I was only in this for probably 35 minutes or so. So only tried this briefly. And God, do I suck. I absolutely suck at these games. I am horrible at these games because I've told you guys a million times. Oh, they found the Odyssey Plus on Samsung's page. Let me see if I can copy that. This is the page. Here it is. HMD Audio Odyssey Plus. And everything is pretty much the same, but it does have the anti-screen door thing here. 110 degree field of view. Did you guys know it was 110? I guess that's kind of standard, right? Dual 3.5 inch display, 590 grams on the weight. Apparently the weight is reduced a bit. Oh, you see this guy, look at, he's breaking through the screen door. How nice is that? That is really quite cool. Breaking through the screen door, the limits of the screen door, with exclusive evolutionary SDE minimizing Samsung display technology, users can perceive a 1,233 PPI level resolution. That does sound dope. That does sound dope. And look at, they have a sample here. This is what it looks like at 1616 PPI. Actual resolution of their conventional version, and then with their special technology on top, this is what it does. You get a perceived double up, user perceived resolution, anti-SDE, AMOLED, see more, win more, a super wide 110-degree viewing angle. I wonder if that's slightly wider, because I think a lot of them weren't. A lot of them like is the standard field of view for the Vive like 100-degree field of view, or is it 110? Is that the normal? Not sure there. But yeah, so stay dry for greater gaming comfort. And then like that anti-fogging thing as well. It weighs in at just 590 grams. It has the IPD control wheel right there to let you change your IPD. The original one had that as well. It was the only Windows Mixed Reality that had that, right? So easy Bluetooth connection. I was wondering if the Bluetooth did something to help with the controllers at all. Like when the controllers aren't being seen or something. I thought there was something about that. A lot of advertisements for Overturn mixed in here, technical specifications, and that's pretty much there. So it doesn't look like they actually allow you to purchase this right from their website, but they do tell you where you can buy it. So that is the HMD Odyssey Plus. Man, I'd like to check this out. I really would like to check this out. It's going to be interesting to see when some people get their hands on this and report back about how good is this. Because the anti-screen door, I'm telling you, a lot of people will think, oh, that is a gimmick. It's a gimmick of a gimmick. But you'd be surprised. Sometimes these gimmicks will work really nice. And Main Fan is saying no. The Vive is 110. Person is saying it's 110. Original Odyssey was 110. Okay, so that's just the standard there. The Rift is a little bit lower than that. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to War Dust. So yeah, every time I play these games, the thing that I always talk about when it comes to multiplayer type of games is, and I've said this every time, like if I get into a Call of Duty game, a Battlefield game, Halo, anything, any multiplayer game where there's good people out there, I step onto the field, I take a couple of steps, bam, I'm dead. I get sniped from like 300 yards away, and then I respawn. I take a couple of steps, bam, sniped again. That has been typically my experience in all kinds of multiplayer games like this. And you know what? War Dust was not anything different. I pretty much got out there and pretty much got killed within seconds. Now, Kevin Mars is saying, hey man, helicopter. Yeah, there's helicopters. There's actual like F-15 planes. There is these little ATVs that you can ride around on. Now, first of all, I'll say that I did get into an ATV, and I was driving that around for a little bit, but it felt weird. It was weird, like when I was in the ATV. Well, I'm playing this standing up, right? So again, we need the VR chair. Remember the VR chair where it moves into the space and then you sit down? So I'm standing up, I'm walking around, I get into an ATV, I'm still standing up, but I'm trying to drive this ATV. That seemed like a bad idea. So I got out of the ATV. You see that ATV rolling along there. I got out of that really quick. I went over to where a helicopter was, and I tried to get into the helicopter, and I just kind of figured, oh, it'd be similar to Grand Theft Auto. Just get up to the side of the helicopter, and there will probably be some kind of button indicator to enter the helicopter. Didn't see any button indicator. Didn't know what was going on, so just abandoned the helicopter. Oh, here's a question for all of you guys that are playing War Dust. How do you activate your goddamn parachute? No, wait. A guy told me, he said, reach both of your hands or like pull a cord or something like that. I couldn't figure out how to activate my parachute because I was up on a building there. I was up on a building and I was trying to jump down and get down to the ground, and I jumped down to the ground and I killed myself by jumping too far. Okay, hands up and triggers. So hands up, and oh, I guess like you're holding like this and you hold your triggers. Oh, okay. See, the instructions, not very good with a lot of these games, or I missed all of the instructions. I really feel, here is my thing about a lot of these VR games. I think it's more of a problem when you're in a headset than it is when you're sitting on a couch. I feel like when I'm in a headset and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, it really frustrates the living crap out of me. where if I was sitting on a couch and I'm playing a flat game, you go into the options, you try to find stuff, but when you're in the headset, you're in the damn game, and you want to be in the game, you want to be playing the game. And I have a problem with this in a lot of games. What I think a lot of games should do is they should have a little video. Put a video inside your game, a little video tutorial that'll kind of give you the basics of how to play the game. Is it that hard to do that? Create a little video where the screen kind of wraps around you a little bit. You know, the screen wraps around you a little bit, and it kind of says, okay, this is how you do this. This is how you load your gun. This is how you walk. This is how you run. This is how you get into a helicopter. This is how you jump off with a parachute. Like, have a little video that plays that I can watch for 5 minutes and then play the game. Let me double check what they got going on the Oculus subreddit real quick. They're talking about the Oculus co-founder leaving Facebook after cancellation of Rift 2 headset. What? What is this news? Wait a minute. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Oculus co-founder is leaving Facebook after cancellation of Rift 2 headset. Okay, this is what you guys are talking about on TechCrunch. See, I just saw this now. This is, yeah, and Anthony suddenly sees it. Fake news. Okay, Brendan Iribe, the co-founder and former CEO of Oculus, announced today that is leaving Facebook. Iribe is leaving Facebook following some internal shakeups in the company's virtual reality arm last week that saw the cancellation of the company's next generation Rift 2. What? No way. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even if that was true, like, even if that is really actually true, like, and I won't deny that could not, I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible that they've canceled the Rift 2, because what they could have done internally, I mean, they have made no announcements on the Rift 2. Here it is. Oculus co-founder is leaving Facebook after cancellation of Rift 2 headset. Hey, this is on the internet. This is true, right, guys? This is true. Like, this must be true. Like, it is words written on the internet. They got a picture and everything. Look, they got a picture of the guy, and he doesn't look too happy. He looks kind of sad. So this must be true, right? It's on the internet. It's on a website. It's got to be true. But no, what I will say towards this is this could actually literally be a true story, and it doesn't mean like, oh my God, VR is over. No, it means that Oculus could have internally made a decision with all this Pimax shit that is going on that maybe they need to completely redesign the Rift 2 from where it was going. Like, maybe, I mean, decisions are made in boardrooms where they have a product that may be like 75% of the way down its path, and then they might decide, by the time we come out with this, it's not going to be what we need it to be. We need eye tracking. We need AR, MR support in a better way, you know, or we need to redo the whole entire thing. It's possible. It's entirely conceivable that something like this can happen, but it's not like Facebook is giving up on AR. That would be the headline that would scare the shit out of everybody and shock our collective worlds if Facebook just got out of VR completely. That would be the shocker. Facebook has the Oculus Quest. It's going to be one of their biggest products ever. They're coming out with it next spring. They just had Oculus Connect 5. Could they be scrapping what their Rift 2 was at this current moment in time and basically decided, you know what, we're going to start over? Or maybe could they even go down the road where they don't care about the PC anymore and they go 100% standalone? Like, that would not completely shock me. It really wouldn't, because honestly, they want to get away from Windows. They want to get away from Steam. They want to get away from this idea that you got to keep upgrading your video cards. You got to keep doing this. You got to keep doing that. So Facebook could go down that road. It is entirely conceivable, but they're not giving up on VR. All right, guys, bouncing out of here. Take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow around 11 a.m. Pacific time. See you then. Later.